Greetings, race fans, and welcome to the Fat Cat Sports Network. I'm Jeremy McDonald with your OBS Pro Stock 100 Lapper highlight reel brought to you by Kears Overhead Doors. Thanking Kears Overhead Doors for their support of this event, from our family to yours. Hoping for a great day of racing here. McCollum's Waste Management Championship points, the 5 and the 01 locked in at the top, a tie atop the standings. The 27 of Tyler Smith, a leader for a number of weeks this season, now finds himself third. Looking forward, curveball on the day. Substitute driver for the 01, Chris Fournier, former champion, comes back into the car here for the division. And as we continue to salute our teams out there and all the crew members, your championship point standings brought to you by refreshment specialist Corey McNeil from the True 32 Pro Stock team. Absolutely love the passion from this driver and crew. Former division champion here at OBS in 2016. And as promised, looking at those points, 426 each to the 01 and the 5 of Matt Palmer. Only 8 behind them, a handful, little less than that. 418 for the 27 of Tyler Smith. All drivers here in the championship hunt not as much worried about a win, but keeping that car in one piece and driving it home, as the driving would be tough. Star-studded field, including last year's defending champion, the 91 of Dylan Gosby, and he also was a winner on Labor Day here in this division. On that day, bringing the backup car. Today, gonna bring the primary car as well too, so the rest of the field better take notice. One of the good things I can tell you about the day, that pretty much all the cars were able to drive back onto the trailers without any problems, but please stick around to the end. If you haven't heard this one, you definitely want to find out how it ends. Let's dive right into those highlights with the Fat Cat Sports Network.
A pair of races that we're going to break for a little intermission here, give you guys a chance to
15 Pro Stock cars pulling into the pit area to contend for the OBS Pro Stock 100 lap feature. The feature would be set up by these two heat runs here. Getting a little rough early on with this star-studded field. 8 years of division champions spanning 2009 to 2016. Of course, Matt Palmer, your 2018 champion, and we even seen Mr. Leclerc, the 2017 division champion, poking around the pit area. A star-studded lineup here, and things get interesting early on here with the 42 of Corey Hall, the 27 of Tyler Smith beginning to do battle on the front row. It wouldn't end here.
Smith hunting down championship points here. Hunting down that Joel Hickok's looking to join
Well, Joel Hickok's joining the dance on the front row here as well, and he is eager to show these two youngsters that this isn't his second trip to Oyster Speedway, and he doesn't mind playing a little bit rough either here. Sit back and enjoy. It'll be door to door between the 42 and the 27, and stick around. It gets interesting after that.
Corey Hall doing a nice job of dialing in that King Racing car here. Tight behind around the 27 of Tyler Smith. Hickox will clear for the side. Hickox now shoots down low around 3 and 4.
certainly the two nicest looking race cars to pull into the pits here at OBS on the day, and both drivers not worried to exchange some kisses here and play a little bit rough. A couple of donuts exchanged between the 9 and the 42 here until maybe Corey Hall electing that maybe not the right time to fight with the number 9 for the big win here, as both drivers really wanting that 100 lapper a little later on. A trip to the ER room kept him out of the driver's seat on Labor Day, so he didn't look back in this one. Wanted the checkered flag to the 9, Joel Hickox.
More than capable relief to keep a close eye at the 01 here today. Good luck to Up front with pole sitter Chris Hughes.
Second of 2 heat races here to set the field for the feature. Early on, the 32 of Chris Hughes pulling out and into the lead, that preferred groove. He's wanting to start to the front row. Behind him, past champions, the 77 of Ricky Miller and the 40 of Robin McEwen there. Second and third, Darren McKinnon sticking his nose in as well, too.
Leading the way there, he's having a little trouble around him, being very cautious. The 40 of Robin McEwen pulling up the side. McEwen on that whole line is the 91 of Dylan Gosby as Miller continuing behind.
With the 32 of Chris Hughes driving away with it here. That pack of cars behind him pretty loose all the way around here, trying to get some speed out of their cars before the 100 lapper, and things would be dicey here. Keep an eye on those 5 cars. Starting on the front row for the feature. His best feature finished locally here at OBS, a second on August 17th. couple of laps in and the field begins to stretch out. The 9, Joel Hickox, leading the way. Chris Hughes trying to hang on to second, being challenged by the 42 of Corey Hall. Rounding out that top 5, the 40, Robbie McEwen, and the 91, Dylan Gosby. In Hickox in the 9, distancing himself from the rest of the field. The 42 of Corey Hall in hot pursuit here, working around the 32 of Chris Hughes, settled into second here now, looking to close that gap between the 42 and the leader here. Hickox and Hall here on the front row. We saw them go round 1 in that first heat, about to go another couple of rounds here. Sit back and enjoy. They certainly don't hold back.
Another save needed by the 9 of Joel Hickox in the
Can't forget about that race within the race, as we have the McCollum's Waste Management Championship points on the line. 2 events left, including this one, the 01 and the 27, dueling it out. Chris Fournier in the driver's seat for the 01 on this day here. Tyler Smith trying to fight back from third place points. Matt Palmer just ahead of those two drivers. With the 9 and the 42 clear on the front row by themselves. Nice battle behind these two drivers. Tour regulars Dylan Gosby and the 18 of Darren McKinnon door to door for a number of laps here. Well, you can see the lighting throughout this race changing. Here are some dark clouds starting to contend with turns 1 and 2 here a little bit past the midway point here. Certainly rain threatening later on here in this race, but we were able to keep it dry and keep it under green for the most part. 37 laps to go here, a stationary shot between 1 and 2, running hard here towards the end. Every championship point crucial here, as Tyler Smith knows he needs to get in front of the 5 if he wants to gain any points. In the background, Chris Fournier in the 01 there, that other driver into this championship points hunt. Almost coming up to the final quarter of this race. Every lap, every inch, every point counts.
Back into third.
restart here. 21 laps to go, continuing to count them down, and it'll be those restarts that we'll continue to talk about here before the race is over. This one not too bad. The 9 squeezing out the 42 for the early advantage on this run.
Behind him, Corey Hall comes in the second. Still Gosby trying to go.
Missing the actual coverage of this, but the 27 getting tangled up with the 81. Caution coming out with 7 to go, and this will be the infamous restarts here. I'll let you be the judge to see if the 42 jumped 2 of them in a row. It'll be the 9 that's supposed to lead the pack here in the first to gas up.
To get a bit of momentum here.
Talking with track officials, they told FSN that they gave the 42's team a couple of reminders in between the 2 restarts that the 9 is the first one to hammer down on the gas. Not sure if they got the message, but what resulted in was the 42 sent to the back of the lead pack of the cars. Should have been only restarting 5th, electing rather to go park it in the pits for the final 7 laps. In these final 2 laps, let's see how much ground the 91 can make up to the 9 as well. Behind those 2 drivers, battle on for a podium finish between the 18 and the 40. Keep an eye on all 4 drivers. 9 crossing first, followed by the 91 and the 18 just edging out the 40. Upon further inspection in the tech shed, the tires on the 9 car not registered to him and his team, and according to Oyster Speedway rules, before any transfer between competitors must be made, officials have to approve it. Joel Hickox telling FSN, "I guess my only mistake was not taking tire numbers to the tech shed. I've never had to do it, so at the end of the day, just a mistake on our end." Very big of the driver. to say that to FSN here. So that results in the 91 taking home that feature win, defending champion, two-time champion of this race now. Darren McKinnon and Robbie McEwen get bumped up into podium finishes for the two of them. Behind them, the 01 Troy Burke, 5th place finish for his car. Chris Fournier doing the driving duties and doing a nice job there, bettering both of those other two competitors in the championship points hunt. You can see there the 27 edging out the 5. Those two competitors finishing 8th and 9th respectively. Let's see how it balances out in the points division championship. Corey McNeil, how many points do you think are between these three drivers? Let's take a look. In those championship points, Troy Burke's car able to go all by himself at the top thanks to Chris Fournier's 5th place finish, a 5-point advantage over the 5. Matt Palmer there with 470 points, not far behind, sneaking under the radar once again, the 27 of Tyler Smith. He had a real good day for points as well, equaling the total points for the 01 Troy Burke. Getting down to the nitty-gritty, only one more event left for our Oyster Speedway Pro Stock Division. Can't wait. It'll be this Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Thanks for watching.